What is up, gamers, gamies, bitches, and bastards? And today we are doing the first speed paint with a voiceover on the Diacarico channel. I'm like Lavender Town now, except Lavender Town doesn't say fuck. Anyway, this is the 5th time I have tried to film this video, because every single time something happens, like I get a very embarrassing voice crack, or I stutter on one sentence for like 5 minutes, or like someone walks in because I'm recording in my bedroom. Anyway, someone walks in and I just have to delete the recording because, someone walked in and interrupted my flow. I need to have flow when recording and speaking just in general, because if I lose my flow, I lose my mojo, and then I have to speak about something else, which is just not PogChamp, because there are literally some subjects where I could speak about for like 10 million hours, and by 10 million, I literally mean 10 million hours, and never shut up unless like someone breaks my flow with the conversation. Which is what happens sometimes, because some people seem to think that some people seem to think that if they just randomly stop paying attention to me, it's like an okay thing to do. Like, okay, we were having a conversation, and all of a sudden I'm being ignored. Not poggers, It's not poggers. What is up with my voice today? Anyway, so this drawing it's a self-portrait, except, it's anime. It looks kind of like anime because I'm a weeb. Anyway, it's a self-portrait because it's of me. Obviously, that's what a self-portrait is, idiot. Anyway, and I actually do own this outfit, like for real. I own the shirt and the jeans and especially the boots. They're my favorite pair of boots. I love them. Anyway, I've recorded this so many times that it is so hard for me to think of a subject I haven't already touched on, and whether or not I want to include it. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about my sketching style, because I think that I think it's really neat to look at the way people sketch drawings, because most people, when they sketch drawings, it looks like an actual sketch. When I sketch drawings, it's more like I want to compare it to a blueprint, but that's not quite right. But when I sketch things, it doesn't look like a sketch. It just looks like really messy line art that people forgot to delete, which is kind of funny. And I just think it's really neat. And the way I tend to sketch is red is the body, it's the pose and the hands and the head and all that jazz. Blue is the clothing. Pink is the facial features, the eyes, the mouth, the nose, stuff like that. Blue, I already said blue. Purple and light purple are for hair. Lime green is for accessories, and yellow is for backgrounds. Well, yellow and orange are for backgrounds. And yeah, that's how I sketch. What's another subject I can discuss? Recently I've been listening to a lot of Hadestown. And when I say a lot of Hadestown, I mean not just the on-Broadway version. I've also been listening to the off-Broadway version and a lot of the concept album. And I've realized something. I've realized that the concept album, well, not only does it slap, but also it is better than I thought it was when I first listened to it. Because the first time I listened to one of the songs on the concept album was a while ago, and when I had first listened to it, I wasn't even that much of a fan of on-Broadway Hermes at the time, let alone concept album Hermes, But then I slowly warmed up to on-Broadway Hermes, and he's actually my favorite, actor. Andre DeShields is my favorite actor for Hermes. I actually like the off-Broadway, the off-Broadway version of Hermes a lot less now, that I've gotten used to Andre DeShields, because, well, the off-Broadway Hermes isn't Andre DeShields. Anyway, and recently I've been deciding that, I think I'm gonna do a full listen through of the on-Broadway recording of Hadestown, then a full listen through of the off-Broadway recording of Hadestown, and then a full listen through of the concept album. And I might make a video comparing comparing and contrasting them. Maybe I could turn it in as an English project or something. you know? And I just think it would be neat to do that because, like, then I could talk about, for example, lyrical differences, musical differences. I could talk about what actors I think fit what roles best. Spoiler, I like all the Persephones. I like all of them. I think Patrick Page is the best Hades, but I think concept album Hades is also pretty good. And I really do. I like off Broadway, not Hermes, Orpheus more. But I like on Broadway Hermes more. Same with Eurydice. Ava Noblezada, Queen, gift to Broadway. I love her, you know? And also, now that I've begun listening to Hadestown more just in my spare time, not just listening to the most popular songs, I found that my favorites have definitely shifted. Because here's the thing, when I first really got into Hadestown, my favorite songs were Wait For Me Reprise, Wait For Me Reprise, and Chant Reprise, and Halo Songbird. But now that I've listened more, I'm realizing that Way Down, Hadestown slaps very hard. It slaps hard, and it's just a banger song. And Word to the Wise is a really good song. I think I quote it just constantly, all the time. My friends think I'm crazy. They're like, Rebecca, stop quoting Hadestown. And I'm like, sorry, can't do that. You know? Because, like, it's Hadestown. How do I just stop quoting Hadestown? They're like, Rebecca, can't you just be normal? And I'm like, no. I'm a choir kid and a theater kid. I can't be normal. I watched Naruto when I was 10. I can't be normal. I also watched Death Note when I was 10, but my dad came home midway through, like, season 1 and was like, hey, yo, and he looked at my older brother and was like, hey, yo, why are you letting a 10-year-old watch Death Note? And he was like, PogChamp. Yeah, that's not actually how it went. He mostly was just like, hey, yo, turn off Death Note. That's not appropriate. And I was like, Father, I don't like you. And that's basically all I remember. I have a very horrible memory, actually. It's really funny. Because every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to remember to do this thing that I need to do. Fuck, I have a history test I haven't finished. Ignore that. Anyway, and every day I wake up and I'm like, oh, I have this thing that I need to do, that I'm going to do. And then I just don't do it. I'm actually writing a book currently, and I keep forgetting to work on the outline. My memory is called horrible, you know? I've that Ranboo memory, that fucking Ranboo memory, except I don't even remember to write stuff down. I just think, oh, I'm gonna remember this later, definitely, and then I don't. It's really funny. It's really funny to just not remember things, except it's not funny. I actually forget to do a lot of things, you know? For example, the first time I promised the Minecraft with Rebecca viewers, all 2 of them, the first time I said me and Jin were gonna go to the Nether was like, I think 2 weeks before the Nether update, and we basically were like, hey yo, we're gonna go to the Nether, but you know, we're waiting for the update, so our biomes aren't like the Nether wastes, you know? And it was a smart idea. And then we still haven't like actually done a Nether episode, you know? And at this point it's been what, 7 months? I think so. I think it's been 7 months, but I'm not actually entirely sure. Either way, I don't think there was a pandemic going on when I promised a Nether episode, and it's currently April 8th, 2021, which really should tell you something. Okay, so I don't think it was like before 2020, but I'm sure you understand. For real though, I forget to do so many things. And actually, speaking of the Nether, if you like watch, I think it's, oh god, I don't remember what Minecraft with Rebecca episode it is, but it's a new-ish one when this video is coming out. Like when this video is coming out, it's like not the newest one, but it's a new-ish one. And by new-ish, I mean it's not a year old yet. And anyway, me and Jin actually briefly go into the Nether. Ever so briefly. Yeah. And it's really funny. Not really, but I think of it as funny. And by I think of it as funny, I mean, me and Jin barely... We have to, like, plan ahead to record, and then sometimes I can't record because something's going on, and then sometimes Jin can't record. Sometimes, like, Xbox fucks up and doesn't let Jin join my world, and it's just a whole thing, you know? Recording is a whole thing, and it's pretty difficult at times. Realizing now that I should probably tell you, the viewer, why I'm making a switch to doing speed paints with a voiceover, and it's for actually a very specific reason. Audience retention rate, very bad, because you see, I've seen my YouTube analytics, some of them. I don't quite get enough views to really be able to fully see my analytics, but I can see my analytics, you know? And guess what? The last video I uploaded, people were clicking off 17 seconds in, which I get it. It's not the most well-edited video, because it's a Minecraft video edited in KineMaster and filmed on a tablet. It's not very good. But still. And that's actually why I'm doing voiceover content, because a lot of people quite like listening to people talk about things while they're doing other things. For example, schoolwork. Fuck, I still need to do my history test. I still need to do that history test. It's about the Oregon Trail. It's about the Oregon Trail and just the Oregon Territory during the 1800s in general. Anyway, lots of people like to listen to other people talk about subjects they know a lot about or are passionate about while they're doing other stuff, such as schoolwork, regular work, writing, drawing, just chilling, reading, etc., etc., you know? And I want people to be able to just turn my content on in the background and listen to what I have to say. Now, obviously, I'm gonna be honest, me and Jin are very funny, so if we can get voice chat to work for the Minecraft with Rebecca series, then you're not gonna want to turn your brain off, because you will be just enraptured every second. You will be enraptured because me and Jin are so fucking funny. We are hilarious, comedy geniuses. The height of comedy is 5'2". I'm very short. I'm 5'2", and apparently Jin is 5'3", but, you know, I haven't seen any proof, so I just don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Jin's not 5'3". I'm just hallucinating. I love just dropping random letters from words, you know? Because, like, what's language gonna do about it, huh? Beat me over the head with a dictionary? Try it, bitch. Better make it count. Better kill me in one shot. You know? So, yeah, I just don't really take language that seriously, because, like, you know, if language wants to kill me, and if I'm going to die, I'll do it with dignity, and I'll do it with my head held high, because I will know of my own superiority, and other people can be little bitches and kill me, but I'm not a little bitch, okay? Language, however, just as a concept, language is just inherently for little bitches. Okay? Where am I going with this bit? I don't know. Half the time I just kind of say things and then just hope someone finds it funny. But the problem is, most of the time, at least IRL, people only find me funny when I'm discussing something, but, like, it's very absurd. The thing I'm discussing is absurd. For example, me explaining, like, just the main characters of the hardcore quest probably freaked a few of my classmates out, because, like, and this is gonna sound fake, and I know it sounds fake. I literally don't care, because it did happen, and it's actually very embarrassing. This isn't, like, a really cool everybody clapped story. This is a everybody just stared at me during English class, and it was so uncomfortable story. So I was discussing the hardcore quest, okay? And I was in a classroom full of classmates. Funny how that works. And anyway, I was discussing the hardcore quest, and I was explaining all the species of the main characters, and also, like, the species swaps, you know? I just realized I colored the little buckle things on the boots wrong. You'll see what I mean later in the video, but I colored them incorrectly. Anyway, I was explaining, for example, Uni, the main character of the hardcore quest, the POV character, is an anthropomorphic pug with blue hair. And Ashley is a vampire. Nick is a vampire gardener. Dawn is a robot. And John is fucked up. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I like the hardcore quest, but I have stopped liking a lot of the people involved, which is a shame because my favorite character was played by someone who I now despise because of his actions. I still do really like Uni and Nick, though. Like Uni and Nick, PogChamp. I still really like their content, but it's just some of the people in the hardcore quest are not good people. Should probably clarify that statement by explaining that, like, if they play a character who's evil, that doesn't make them a piece of shit, but some of the people who worked on Hardcore Quest unfortunately turned out to not be the greatest. Yeah, but I'm gonna get off that depressing subject now and talk a bit about the drawing. So, honestly, the colors, like, I could have color picked them from, like, a pair of jeans and the shirt, the shirt is literally in my closet. I could have color picked it, but I chose not to, I chose not to reference it in order to challenge myself, to make the colors, like, make them without color picking them. The one color that is pretty much completely inaccurate is actually the hair, because I used a magenta base for the hair when actually my IRL hair color is more of a, it's got more of an orange base than magenta, but, I mean, I think it looks nice personally, it really ties the whole thing together. Not really, I'm just pulling things out of my ass, if I'm being honest. I'm just saying things, and I'm not listening to a single word I'm saying. In one ear, out the other. I have no brain cells. None. Nada. Not. Zero. None. I don't speak French. I don't even particularly like the French. I do want to steal their teleportation technology, though. It's actually why one of my classmates, he, sits behind me in history class. I have actually specifically chosen to, once I get a passport, once he gets a passport, we're going to go to France and steal the teleportation technology. And it will be fucking cool, It'll be so cool. We're gonna steal from the French. I love stealing from the French. I stole their guillotines. Jeff Bezos, look out, I'm gonna make Jeff Bezos pee in a bottle. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious, Jeff Bezos has to pee in a bottle on live TV and then gets his head cut off. That could be an SNL skit. That could be an SNL skit. I haven't seen Saturday Night Live in many, many years. Several years. 2 decades. I haven't seen Saturday Night Live in 2 decades. And by 2 decades, I actually mean 20 million years. Passage of time is meaningless, and I wish to be free from this mortal coil, but unfortunately, Saturday Night Live will still exist even after I'm gone, because that's the sake of serialized... what the hell was I about to go on about? I don't know. I was going to make some big point about how the serialization of television... I don't even think the episodic nature of television, that was the word I was looking for. I was going to make a big point about how the episodic nature of television is causing a lot of these shows to get super stale because they have to keep going year after year, even when it's incredibly clear that they need to stop. A lot of these shows just straight up aren't good and haven't been for a while, but they need to keep going so the studio can keep making more money. And besides, they're episodic. That means they can go for a while without getting boring, right? But that's not how that works. Because here's the thing, an episodic show still has to be written well. And here's the thing, an episodic show, it can still get boring. For example, look at Family Guy. It's not fun to watch, and that's just my personal opinion, but Family Guy isn't really that good of a show, and it's mostly because it's episodic, and it's been running for 20 years. And at that point, I think keeping a show running for that long is frankly just killing it yourself. Anyway, this is the finished drawing. I hope you like it, and that's Rebecca K. Lonston signing out.